Hello and welcome back to Oxygen Not Included. Let's play episode 161. Let's get straight to it. Okay, so we are finishing up what is going to be our sort of like bare bones magma cooker, magma petroleum cooker. I think this is going to be, if this works, and I'm not sure it will because I haven't tested any of this before, but if this works, I think it's going to be a really quick and easy way in a very early part of a run. We're not at a very early part of the run, but in theory for another run, this will be a really quick and easy way to get yourself a lot of petroleum without having to man a refinery and do all the stuff associated with that. And of course, because you're heating it up, you're getting twice the efficiency, right? You're getting twice as much petroleum per unit of crude oil as opposed to running it through the refinery building. So let's finish sweeping up all this stuff because these resources are something that I think I might want ultimately to keep my hands on. I think we can go ahead and start breaking into here. Yeah, just crack into here. Get ourselves some insulated tile. Priority 6 on this stuff as well. This will just overflow, and we just want to be able to kind of step our way down here. And this will be the area where we store basically our finished petroleum. And we can have a cooling solution for this area if we need to cool off the petroleum to something a little bit more reasonable before we pump it out. But that's the plan, right? Yeah, looking good, looking good. Dig this stuff out. Okay. Is this all set? This is set enough. I still don't know what I want to do with this iron volcano we discovered way over here. I think it's just too out of the way, given the amount of time that we plan on spending on the series from here on forward. There's just not enough time. Okay, let's get our oxygen setup going here. So, we have our pipe here, liquid pipe, and we are going to set up an oxygen production room. Yeah. Little electrolyzer room. 1,000 grams per second. Sure. How many of these do I want to set up? I don't probably need a whole lot. There's not a lot of air pressure in all these areas, though, so we could just be filling up a lot of this area with... I guess the air pressure does start going back up once you get to around here, but we could just fill up a lot of this area with oxygen and be fine, and just switch these things off when we're kind of done. And I don't really have anything I want to do with the hydrogen down here. I'm too kind of lazy to put the hydrogen elsewhere, so I think we're just going to set up a simple mechanical filter, and then we are going to use that to get oxygen out of our system, and we're just going to send it directly to these atmosuit docks, or basically into these gas reservoirs and then into the atmosuit docks. That is the plan. So let's go ahead and set up like 2 electrolyzers. Make them out of gold, and we're just going to jam them, I guess, in the corner. That seems fine to me. Do I want it to be 2? 2 for... we could have 4 pumps. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, I think that's fine, and we'll still just do 3 pumps. Yeah, okay. Just do like this, and then we will go ventilation, gas pumps. Can also make these out of gold. Do it like this. Right. Okay, and I think we're just going to wall off ultimately right here. So base, insulated tile, right, this is going to be an all just contained area. And then we will have our feed system be right here, right? And we don't really need a buffer because we have all of this effectively. Yeah. I think we're just going to use the coal to power all this. I could set something else up. You know what? Actually, I don't really care too much about the efficiency of the... I don't really care about electrolyzer uptime. Let's just do it like this. Let's shrink it even smaller. Just make it really simple like this. And then this will allow us to up the power in our system here. I think I like that idea. What do I want to do with excess hydrogen? I mean, I could just replace a lot of the power in this system over here with hydrogen. Or I could actually pump the hydrogen into somewhere. Good question. One I probably should have answered before I did some of the stuff. That's fine. Okay. Let's do this. We're going to have just a small electrolyzer room, 2 electrolyzers. We don't really care too much about the uptime of these electrolyzers. Power-wise... Oops. Yeah, okay. Let's go power. Hydrogen generators. Wow, do I want to use up the hydrogen? Sorry, I'm spending a lot of time thinking about what I want to do with this hydrogen, because hydrogen is normally a pretty valuable resource for a lot of reasons. But now here we're just kind of throwing it away, or planning on throwing it away, which I don't think I quite like. Like, I kind of want to do something with it. Yeah, let's do something with it. Let's not just throw it away. Let's have an expanded system. Okay. So, let me rethink this a little bit. Electrolyzer, gold is fine. We're going to throw down a couple of them. We're going to say ventilation, gas pumps, gold amalgam, boom, 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 boom. Right, we're going to set off our base right here, ceramic, like so. And then we will have, for refinement, grab ourselves a water sieve. I guess I'll make this out of... This one can be out of iron. That's fine. Run this like right here. Does that seem to work? Yes. Okay. Then we're going to say plumbing, liquid pipe. Make this out of something with a decent conductivity, granite, I suppose. We're actually just going to run this like up and down all along over here, and this will just feed into these right here. Yeah, that's the plan. Okay, so granite pipe just going through this area like so. I don't really care about cooling it off too much because this is all just, you know, not super relevant, but like so, right? And then we will have liquid pipe, igneous rock, run just down. I guess we can run it like this, which means we could extend this out a little bit. Right, in theory. Plumbing. Yeah. Plumbing, liquid pipe, granite. Like so. And get a little bit more cooling in this area. Not that it matters, because most of the oxygen we're just going to pump down to our system over here, but that's fine. Speaking of our system over here, let's go ahead and set up, well, we can wait till this gets finished actually. We can set up our mechanical filter to tackle all this stuff. Ventilation, we definitely want, we don't want this. Let's deconstruct this pipe right here, and let's take this high pressure gas vent and get rid of this. And we're going to take our hydrogen and actually try and do something useful with it. Probably let's actually just pump it into these for the time being. So let's revamp this system and run it back, because we haven't been using this system for forever. So yeah, ventilation, gas pipe, igneous rock. We're going to take this and turn it into a hydrogen line. It's going to run over to here. We're going to deconstruct. Whoops. Deconstruct all this. Probably want to build a little bit of scaffolding, I suppose. Like so. That's fine. Okay. Yeah, we're going to run it back over to here, which means we want to... Like this whole system we can get rid of. We haven't been using this in forever. Deconstruct. 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 Automation. Deconstruct all this. Power. Deconstruct all this. Oh, the lag. Power. There we go. Deconstruct all this. Okay. Now how are we doing over here? Yeah, we have this whole spaghetti nonsense. We're just going to store hydrogen up in here. So, yeah. Let's say deconstruct here, here, all of these effectively, right? And then we're going to say ventilation, gas bridge, igneous rock, like so in case we want to expand the system out a little bit further. Oh, also, whoops, ventilation, deconstruct, boom, 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 boom. Let's deconstruct this, this, this. You know what? Just get rid of all this. I don't want this stuff here anymore. Okay, ventilation, gas pipe, igneous rock. This connects up like so. These connect up to here. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, coming along. Retrofit this whole area. And we can figure out what we want to do with all this hydrogen later. Probably going to pump it back down to this over here. But for now, just leave it at that. Okay. So this whole system is here. That's great. We're going to power it with this coal generator. Is the plan. So this coal generator is actually going to have a lot of demand on it. Yeah, maybe we want a second coal generator somewhere here. Because this is supplying something fairly important. Okay. Okay. Yeah, let's turn things around a little bit here. Let's say... Man, do I want to put something else somewhere here? It's already pretty crowded. How much am I powering in this system right here? 120, 120, 120, 240. Okay, new printables available. Let's check out what we have here. None of you guys are what we want. We'll take that. Let's go ahead and say power, conductive wire, iron's fine. Let's just go ahead and hook up this. And we will deconstruct pretty much all of this. And we'll just spin it around and have it power this system, I think is the plan. Getting rid of all this. No more power for our system here, that's fine. And we'll say power, coal generator, iron ore. Yeah. Boom. Smart battery. Boom. Automation wire. boom. Power. Conductive wire. I don't know, maybe we make this out of gold. Run this across to all of our little dudes over here. Is all this plumbing built? Oops. Plumbing. Okay, so this is all full up. This will start supplying once this is set. Let's disable this building for now, because I don't want this actually running yet, even after we have hooked up the power. We want to finish up all this stuff first. Getting this done. Okay. Ventilation, gas pipe, igneous rock. Okay, I think we're just going to set up our mechanical filter right here. I think we wanted to run this way. Seems like a plan. How large do we want to make our mechanical filter? Guess it doesn't need to be that large. Yeah. Okay. I want to have like 4 connections to it. These will all go this way. This will go this way. Something like that. Okay. So let's set up a mechanical filter. Yeah, gas pipe, igneous rock should be fine. Like so. And then gas valve. Go ahead and make this out of iron ore. Which direction do I want it to face? I think I want it facing this way. Right, and then we can have the... Yeah, I think that works. Let's make it bigger though, just in case. Ventilation, gas pipe, igneous rock. That way I can connect more stuff to it if need be. Yeah, let's have it go like this. And this will be the dumping point, right? Or I guess this will be the dumping point. And yeah, okay. Let's get that built. Alright, and basically the system that we're building here, I've talked about it in previous episodes. This is just a standard electrolyzer room with a mechanical filter. We don't have it self-powered, so that aspect is going away, but it will more or less just... mop up this. While we're at it, you know what, let's just tile, granite. There we go. Get this done. This is why water keeps falling in here. I don't know, we have like ice sitting somewhere here. I don't have liquefiable on any of these, right? Yeah, how am I getting water here? Haven't figured that one out quite yet. Okay. But yeah, our electrolyzer room is going to look effectively like the one that we have up here. Right? Where we have our little mechanical filter filtering out all the hydrogen. Only here we're going to have it filter out the oxygen, I think. Either one works. Right, it's just a question of whether or not we're basically going to filter out the oxygen, and excess oxygen is going to flow out to our storage area, where we can figure out what we want to do with it, along with the hydrogen that we're pumping out, which we'll need to figure out something to do with as well. Okay, so this is disabled. All these are set up. Yeah, we're going to have these pump, but first, let's go ahead and ventilation, gas bridges. How do I want to get my initial stuff going here? This is a good question. Yeah, you know what? For now, let's actually just say gas bridge just to get the system running, to prime our loop. Just run some stuff like this, right? And then we'll grab stuff from here and use it to prime our system. Is the plan. We'll bridge it down once we've pumped it out. Let's go ahead and disable building, disable building, disable building, disable building. All these skill points. And okay, once they're all disabled, we could turn the system on. Temperature will go up a little bit because it's producing 70-degree stuff, but we just want to get some of this going at the moment. No gas output. You have gas output, right? Oh, yeah, it hasn't been constructed here. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Get our electrolyzers going. Get all that running. Awaiting delivery of filtration medium. Sure. More skill points earned. Alright, so this is running. These electrolyzers are running. Temperature is going to start increasing a little bit. It's fine. We're going to fill this up with a lot of oxygen and hydrogen. And then we're going to go ahead and say, how about we enable these buildings? Okay. Let's go ahead and disable this building again. Alright. So now we have our oxygen, which we're just going to bridge over to over here. So let's deconstruct this. Deconstruct this. In fact, we can just deconstruct all of this pipe that isn't relevant here. Boom, 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 boom. Deconstruct, deconstruct, deconstruct. Ventilation, gas pipe, igneous rock. Finish up our mechanical filter. Set this down to 1 gram per second. Okay. So for those of you who haven't seen a mechanical filter before, didn't watch the episode on mechanical filter, deconstruct that. Basically what we're going to do is we are going to take this gas valve, right, and we're going to set it to have a flow rate of 1 gram per second, the smallest amount we can get to, right? Then we are going to put in some oxygen and let it fill up this system with a loop of this 1 gram per second oxygen. And then, as we pump stuff out of here, right, we are going to have gas bridges bridging to this line. And this line is then going to accept any oxygen that is pumped through those pipes, right? Because it will say, if I can take this bridge, I will have a priority to take this bridge. And it will then take the bridge because it's it can because it's oxygen. Meanwhile, if it's hydrogen or any other type of gas, it's not going to be able to bridge there, right? It's going to say, oh no, I can't do that because I am a different type of gas, and no two different gases can occupy the same tile, right? So it's going to use the nature of bridges and the priority system that bridges create to separate out all of the oxygen that's flowing through this line and put it onto this line right here. And then any excess that we have from this area, right, is going to be removed. It's going to go to this valve, and the valve is going to say, I have priority, but I'm only going to accept 1 gram per second of oxygen, and all the rest can go into whatever doesn't have priority. What doesn't have priority is going to be this line right here, which is going to be our oxygen supply for this whole system here. And so basically what's going to happen is this whole thing right here is going to accept any oxygen it can from the line. It might be full up in capacity and be unable to accept anymore. That's fine for the purposes of what we're doing, because we're just taking everything that's excess and we're going to dump it over here, right? And we can figure out more storage later if we need to. But basically, we're just going to accept all the oxygen we can off of the system and take everything else and dump it elsewhere. And yeah, as a consequence, we are going to be able to fill up all of our oxygen reserves down here, and anything that's excess, whether it's hydrogen or oxygen, is going to go the other way. Most of it is going to be hydrogen, because again, the oxygen is all being filtered out. But if we get some oxygen over here, because the system becomes backed up, because it's full up on oxygen, and this line can't accept any more oxygen anyways, then we'll pump some oxygen into here, no problem. At that point, we probably just turn off these electrolyzers and wait, right? But for now, this is the plan. So we want to prime the system by putting a packet of oxygen down here. That way, we can fill this whole thing up with 1 gram of oxygen, right? Have a whole loop going here. And this is the little packet of oxygen that we're going to use to do that. So we're going to go ahead and bridge, ventilation gas bridge, igneous rock. We're going to go ahead and bridge that, right? Right there. And that will fill up our system. I have this set to 1 gram per second, right? If it's set to more, that's fine, because once it bridges over here, it's not like it's going to go somewhere else, right? So we're not at some risk of something else happening. But okay, so we have the gas bridge. That put the packet down here, and now the packet is separating out into these packets like so, right? Perfect. Excellent. So now what we're going to do is we're going to set up a series of these gas bridges all across here. And that's going to be our filtration system for this whole thing. Boom, 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 boom. 5 is fine. We could do less, honestly. It doesn't really matter. But we're going to set all these up here, and then we're going to say to these pumps over here, we're going to say, look, if you can, we want you to go down to this system over here, right? So how do we want to accomplish that? I want to have the piping all be nice here. Gas pipe, igneous rock. Yeah, I think what we're going to do is we're just going to merge them all into a line up here, right? And then we will, yeah, that's the plan. We're going to merge them all into a line up here, and then we can transition them to other stuff later. Right. So we want to set it up so that there's always it always knows what gas has priority, right? This should work fine. Like so. It's going to look a little bit ugly, but it's going to be very efficient in terms of CPU, which is kind of what we're going for here. Okay, I think I have everything connected up in a way that makes sense. And then we'll flow down to these, like so. And then once we're done with all that, we can actually just have it go to our little exit point that we have over here. Let's go ahead and shoop, right down here. All right, looking good. Right, so basically, this one flows up, and it waits at this gas bridge, right? And if there is room, it will go to here. And if there isn't room, it'll wait. And so this one then goes up to here and says, okay, I continue on to here, and then it waits at this gas bridge until there's room here, and the cycle continues, right? So all these are kind of just waiting in line to put their packets in if they can. And so anytime one of these pumps grabs a packet that isn't like a full packet, it's usually going to be augmented by the next thing waiting in line, right? So these pumps are going to fill up this pipe very easily. And yeah, we just have a lot of stuff here, so we're just going to be able to fill this room, turn it on and off anytime we want, and get everything going. So it's going to look really weird, but it's going to be actually very efficient the way that we've set things up, right? So that's the mechanical filter. I guess also what we want to do is we want to go ahead and deconstruct this and say ventilation, gas bridge, igneous rock. Let's go ahead and do this. That way we have a priority line on this system as well. Alright, so now we're making actual, like, proper piping systems that won't kill the FPS of the game. Which is important once you get to this late stage of the game. It's not very important early on, and you'll see we have a bunch of really lazy piping throughout the base. But now, like, we have a lot of lag. We need to tackle this in a more reasonable way here. This all looks set. Okay, and we just need to fill up. We need to get these pipes done. Priority 6 on this. And also, ventilation overlay, we need to connect this up right here. Gas pipe, igneous rock, like so. Right. Cool. So you see all the oxygen is being filtered out. It's being put onto these lines right here. And everything that isn't oxygen is at this point just being pumped out over here. Right? And we can go ahead and enable these buildings. Enabled. We can enable this building. I kind of want to just sweep up this stuff before we leave this area. It's not really that critical. Okay. And that should start getting oxygen down to our whole area over here. I guess actually I kind of wanted to have a different priority system, didn't I? Do I care about filling up this before this one? Not really. I actually kind of want it the other way around. It's not too late to change that. Let's just go ahead and disable, and I'm going to change my priority system actually over here. Let's go ahead and, yeah, once we get all those pumps turned off, oh, the lag. We turn off all these pumps, and then we will go ahead and change our system around here. Okay. Yeah, because I think I want to fill up this one first. Let's go ahead and change that. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's what we want to do. Gas bridge deconstruct. Let's actually switch to ventilation overlay again. And we will deconstruct this gas pipe as well. Yeah, okay. And instead we're going to say ventilation, gas bridge going the other way. Yeah, let's do this. Gas pipe, igneous rock. Okay, cool. In fact, we could disconnect this as well. Yeah, let's leave it like this. Okay, so I've set it up so the priority goes to this, filling up these two before filling up these two. Kind of a minor point, but like since this one fills in from this direction, I think it's better to have this filled up first, because I still kind of want this to run, to take CO2 from around here and pump it somewhere else. Okay. Everything going? Everything looking good? Looks good to me. Alright. Enable building. Enable building. Enable building. Enable building. I think this should all be good. We're set. Okay. Yep, all the oxygen being filtered out. Then it's heading over to these. Looking good. Uh-oh. How do I get CO2 in my system? What's going on here? Why are you not getting priority? Oh no. I don't know what happened here. What happened? What happened? Why am I not getting gas packets in this area? This one has priority. Awkward. Now I have some CO2 in here? That's not at all what I want. Ugh. What happened? What happened with our line here? Why am I not filling this area up with packets? It was working exactly as I described it. And now it isn't. I mean, I could improve this, I guess, but... Oh, man. Did we just lag our way into having some problems here? That is awkward. Oh, I know what it is, actually. Yeah, okay. So I guess having this system here is... Having both of them connected up is awkward. Because it pushed stuff back into the line. Yeah, that is not what we wanted. Now we have some CO2 in the system. Yeah, I see. Because it was getting pressure from here, is backing up into there. That's what messed up the system. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah, we get a little blip of oxygen as we get this messing up. Okay. Well, we can solve this in the next episode. For here, I'm going to cut things, and I'll see you guys next time.